Alright, what's up guys? It's Lakes Reptiles here with another video, and in today's video, this is actually going to be like a little update on the Vivarium build that I've been doing, the larger of the two. And I got some new stuff in the mail from Glassbox Tropicals. I got some Hygralon and some calcium substrate, like clay substrate. So I'm going to open this up and show y'all, and also basically give you a rundown of the plan for the tank. Alright, here is the Hygralon. It's right here. It's a really good fabric for wicking. That's going to go on the back of the tank. I'll run down that with the plan. That's the first thing. I've been waiting for this for a while. This is really cool. And the second is, if I can get the light on it, there. This is like a clay substrate that like holds calcium, so it's good for the frogs to help them get their like dietary needs, but also it's just like a general natural good substrate. But I'm gonna run down the plan now and give you a little bit more information on both of these things. One last thing that did come in the package came with the clay substrate, and it's called Microgramma inoculate. And it helps grow beneficial fungus in your tank that really help your plants to grow. And it's just supposed to make your plants like better heat tolerant and just healthier, more hardy overall. Alright, so what I have bought now for the tank, I know it might be kind of hard to see because the lighting is weird, is I have bought, these two tubes of silicone right here, 100% silicone, brown. I've got part of a can of great stuff here, which I'm going to use for that tank for the back, which I'm going to talk about later in this video. I've got the calcium substrate, which you just saw me get out, as well as the Hygralon. We've got that Microrhiza stuff over here. I've got a gallon bag of ABG mix right here, and a large size bottle of Gorilla Glue. And of course the driftwood is right here, the tank as well, and the light is up there, shining down on the tank. And I have the Exoterra hood with the Jungle Dawn LED inside it. So now for basically like the plan of what I'm gonna do with this tank. Okay, as you can see by the label, I got a 50 by 50 centimeter Hygralon sheet, and as also you can see by the label, it's really good for growing moss and little epiphytes and stuff. So what I'm going to do, let me refocus on the back real quick. I'm going to get that can of great stuff, make a pretty thin background on there with the great stuff. I'm going to carve it down a bit, give it some nice texture. Then what I'm going to do is get the Gorilla Glue and put a generous amount of Gorilla Glue all over that, and then you wait about 30 minutes until it gets tacky. You should be able to like put a toothpick in it and pull it up, and like a long string of Gorilla Glue should like pull up with the toothpick. And then at that point, you're ready to press the Hygralon fabric, which I've got here, onto there. So it like forms with the background, so it doesn't look weird, you know, over the background. And then after that, I'm gonna plant all of my plants on the background after, you know, I've got a plan to have the background whip from under the false bottom, but I'll show you that. I'm kind of all over the place in this video. Sorry if it's confusing or anything. I'll get to everything. But so yeah, with the Hygralon, it's gonna wick down from underneath the false bottom, and I'm gonna have Christmas moss on it and a bunch of different little miniature orchids and vines and peperomias and baby tears and a bunch of different stuff. Right now, I'm gonna get to the plant list though. Okay, so here is the plant list. It's a big plant list because most of the plants are really small, because I'm trying to keep a sense of scale going in this tank, so it's going to have small leafed plants. Everything is going to be small in this tank. Try to find the smallest plants, the smallest leafed vines. Everything's small in this tank. That is how the plants are going to go. I'm just going to have miniature orchids, all that, on the background. Most of the plants are going to be epiphytes, and actually most of them are going on the background and on the driftwood. There's probably only going to be a few plants down actually on the substrate level, like the soil level. By the way, the plant list will be in the description, because, you know, it's long, might be kind of hard to see if you just want to like pause the video when it comes up, but I'll keep it in the description for y'all. I am having second guesses about de-rimming this tank, because if you watched the last video, you'd know I got a little 2.5 gallon tank, and I de-rimmed that, but I broke a piece of glass on it. You can see it back there. The video on it hasn't come out yet. I need to buy clear acrylic piano hinges before I can make the door for that. Once I do that, then I can add the substrate, the driftwood, all that. But I'm kind of having second doubts about, or second guessing myself about de-rimming this larger tank. But, you know, I'll see how it goes. I'll definitely keep y'all updated on this build. And that almost wraps it up. I mean, I'm gonna show you a few more things. So here is the driftwood itself. This is one last thing I wanted to say. It's going to be sitting like this. You can see there's like a back part right there that I've cut. Imagine my floor, this wood floor, is the back of the tank, and the driftwood will be sitting on it like that. This whole area, all this flat part, will be covered in moss, as well as here and the back of it. It's going to be sort of overgrown, sort of with mini orchids, mosses. I'm going to try to experiment with a few plants that are actually like, that grow on like the surface of water. Duckweed being one of them, and I think it's called AZOLLA caroliana. It's like a mini fern, is going to be the other. I'm going to experiment with growing them on wood, like wet driftwood. If that works, it will look super cool, especially with the AZOLLA caroliana. And up here in the top of the wood, you can see there's like a little divot, and I'm hoping to seal that up and make like a miniature pond thing actually on top of the driftwood, which I think would be really cool. But anyway, that about wraps this video up. Thanks for watching so much. I know this I said video, that's weird. I know this video has been kind of all over the place. I'm sorry about that. I didn't really, you know, plan it out. I just kind of got everything out and started talking. But anyway, as I said before, thanks for watching. You know, comment down below what you think. I'd really love to know your input on this tank. This video is probably going to be kind of long. I don't know. I might end up shortening some of it. But, you know, like, comment, all that. And thanks for watching.